I want you to just mention some of the projects that you got out and kind of your evolution. Before we get into Delusions of Grandeur, I just want you to mention the projects that you have in your catalog and just your evolution from each project, like in your own words.
Okay. So like Growing Pains was my first project. That was after I dropped out of college. I was actually on a basketball scholarship for 4 years on the full ride, but I decided like I don't really want to do this no more. I've always been into other things. Basketball was just something I was doing and I happened to be good at. So, there was a lot of, just kind of imagine like the expectations, what people wanted for you, all of these type of things now go out the window and you kind of like left alone, frustrated. Nobody really understand you too much. It's weird. That was the energy going into Growing Pains. Literally having real growing pains and just trying to grow up now and not knowing if I made the right decision or not, but it felt right. You know what I'm saying? So I went on my gut. And that album too, the lyricism was dope. You could hear I'm trying. You could hear like the emotion in it. You could hear it's a lot of potential here. You know what I'm saying? I could say that about that album. Then I released something called Pray for New York. It was like a short EP. That one is dope. It got like a couple.
The Rock Marcy joint on there. That's fire. Mm-hmm. You have a lot of odes to some legends on there as well.
Yeah. Like
MF Doom.
Odie to MF Doom, on and on. And I think around the time of Pray for New York is when I was trying to find out, okay, now what lane of this rapping thing I'm going to be in? Am I going to be the MC? Am I going to be the super creative experimental one? Am I going to be the vibey dude, like a Mussolini or, those type of dude, like Rock Marcy? That's more of like a nod your head, vibey type of thing. So I was trying to figure out what worked for me, and so it was a little growth there too in the writing. I was starting to put stuff together a little bit better. I was starting to understand the game a little bit more. And that one got me a lot of fans too, low key, because a few pages had reposted it. Then came Paint Chips. At this time of my life, I was like, I was going back to school now. I was working a lot, dealing with little life stuff, friendships breaking, people weird, trying to make money, not having enough money to do certain things, hungry a little bit, just little stuff like that. I was going through and just a little frustrated. So that was Paint Chips. It was erratic. The metaphor for Paint Chips is like I kind of was all over the place, just putting stuff together, chips of paint, trying to figure out what I'm really about. And I was getting closer to it. I was rapping a little bit better. And conceptually I was starting to put things together. That album for some strengths, I had like Napoleon Hill.
Tough.
Cole Anthony.
Yeah, we're gonna get into Cole Anthony.
Yeah. Oh, and that's another thing. That goes back to the whole basketball thing. These are all dudes I played with, growing up. Cole Anthony, Cam Reddish, all them dudes in the NBA now. That was my,
class
competition right there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That was my class. So, that was on Paint Chips, like kind of just figuring out, okay, I understand now, what was going on. And then, Delusions of Grandeur came about when I seen KJ drop Verbal Art and the love he was getting for just rapping. He went into that album just attacking shit, boy. Like, and it was amazing to see. It was over his own type of production that he liked. It wasn't nothing extra. Like, he just said, I'm gonna rap. And when I seen that, I said to myself, maybe I'm overthinking this shit too.
Yo, like, KJ did exactly what I would like more established artists to do.
Exactly.
Say fuck it. Like yo, the last episode, hold that thought. But I want to get this thought off because I'm old and I might forget it. But last episode, episode 121, we just went off into a tangent and we was talking about who would, what one producer would work best with Jadakiss, because we feel like Jada owes us just bars only. This bars only album. That's all we want from Kiss, because the display, the MC display that he put on in verses was just epic. He spit a verse that was almost 10 years old and people thought it was new. That's timeless.
Yo. And that's what I was learning, like, yo, go back to that feeling, that aggression you had on Growing Pains, where you was just rapping. You say, I'm just gonna put out my best effort as far as a writer. And just now with all the newfound knowledge, wisdom, whatever, skill, do it again. And that was Delusions of Grandeur. Paint Chips was like the conceptual thing I was getting into. Delusions of Grandeur was like the rap, the feeling with the conception, you know, the conceptual thing I did on Paint Chips all put together and merged. So it's like I combined all three of those last tapes or albums and I put it into this one. And I made it all make sense for myself. I figured out, okay, you want to be an MC, you want to rap, but you want to be creative as well. You know what I'm saying? So that was Delusions of Grandeur and the whole concept I told you before.
Yeah, you pulled it off, man, because a lot of dudes, you know, it's a lot of music that comes out every week. A lot of people put people on the music, but a lot of things is, or what I will say is that when you rap and you rap well, it's easily to get lost when you don't make really good music, because at the end of the day, people gotta resonate with your story, resonate with your sound. You just can't wrap their head off to something that doesn't resonate. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of the things that you intertwine in there, like we've talked about this entire podcast, you know, bringing your pops into your raps, or just the art that you love and all these different things. Like, we pick that up as we listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we pick up that you like Commons. We pick up that you're a fan of Wu-Tang. We pick up that, you know, you're from where you from. Like, it's just so many different pockets and different layers that you go into, because you're not afraid to try to get into those pockets, man. So with that said, man, I mean, you mentioned Cole Anthony. I just want to let the people hear a little bit of Cole Anthony real quick before we move on.
Gets a little nudge, but gets to the rim and gets the bucket to go. His first 2 points.
It's like, blaze the spliff, walk the block of 45th, stopped at 44th, so I see the courts I was playing in, cause that's when it was simple before, but complicate the shit. People seen potential to give it my realest alias. Alter ego, altered my future like caught placebo. You bought your ego to fuck what I build with some broken people. My soldiers lethal, we crab bridges, you drown in evil. We resemble reloads and keep it coming when we keep the devos. I'm blunt with it, every day is tough. Living job, bitchin', stay persistent, never show your fucks. Giving mad tuition, UPSing, got me pissing off my women. Yes, I dream, but when I sleep, I'm only fucking up my vision. Staying off the PlayStation, told my brother, gotta make it. Father said you could've been a legend like Ray Allen. Music's too basic, I should've been dribbling against Cole Anthony, cause his father in the stands praising. Blaze the spliff, walk the block of 45th, stopped at 44th, so I see the courts I was playing in. Blaze the spliff, walk the block of 45th.
So that's Cole Anthony off Paint Chips, man. Like, I love basketball, man. So I would definitely, I was like, oh shit, let me see what he's talking about on this Cole Anthony. So you mentioned it a little bit before. So you had a scholarship, a D1 scholarship, or just some opportunities to go to college for a full ride?
So I had a lot. Like, I had some D1 opportunities, some D2, some JUCO. What happened was the D1s I liked, they told me, yo, do this 1 year at the D2 shop.